nowej serii mojej jakże ulubionej gry Assassin's Creed 3. To jest wersja zremasterowana. Dostaliśmy ją bardzo tanio, że tak powiem po taniości, także zapraszam. Mamy tutaj też jakieś filmiki na początku. Zapowiedź, zwiastun, nawet 3 zwiastuny przed premierą tej gry, także sobie obejrzymy taka dodatkowa zawartość. Przypomnijmy sobie tą piękną przygodę. Pamiętam, przepiękna przygoda, wtedy to było, się rajcowaliśmy z zwiastunami.
Are to be free men or slaves. Our cruel and unrelenting enemy leaves us only the choice of brave resistance or the most abject submission. We have, therefore, to resolve to conquer or die.
To był pierwszy z filmików, jakiejś zapowiedzi. Później mieliśmy... Są jeszcze jakieś inne filmiki też. Mamy trochę tego. Ale no dobra, to przed każdym odcinkiem sobie obejrzymy coś. Jest tego od groma. Jest tego od groma. Pracę, nie pracę. Dobra. Obejrzeliśmy sobie ten jeden. Co tu jeszcze mamy? Tu jest zapowiedź, prototyp, Assassin's Creed. Dobra. Wchodzimy do gry. I tutaj mam tak, Assassin's Creed Remastered 3 i Assassin's Creed Liberation Remastered. Też grałem w Liberation, nie grałem. Tutaj w Assassinie kobietą gramy. Dobra, na razie zaczynamy Assassinka normalnego. Jesteśmy miesiąc przed premierą. Jesteśmy miesiąc przed premierą Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Też nie możemy się doczekać na Assassinka w Valhalla. Będziemy ogrywać go na Xboxie One, Series X, na najnowszym Xboxie. Na 4K i 60 FPS. Dobra, zaczynamy. Wszystkie asasyny od jedynki. Jedynka, dwójka, trójka, Revelations, Ezio Collection. Wszystkie asasyny są, przeszliśmy do tej pory, tylko są na naszym starym kanale, który niestety mamy zablokowany, ale jeszcze istnieje, także można sobie go obejrzeć. Żeśmy nieziemsko się bawili przy nich. Dodatek DLC jakiś mamy też, proszę bardzo. Czyli jest tutaj pełno tego. Tryb gry pojedynczej. Poznaj opowieść. Jak najbardziej. Weźmy nową grę. Początek.
Used to be when people talked about the end of the world, we locked them up. Or laughed them off. Sometimes both. But we never took them seriously. Maybe we should have. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Better to start at the beginning, with the abduction of Desmond Miles, my son. This boy had no ambition, no direction, no plans for the future. What he did have was a heritage, one he chose to deny. It nearly cost him his life. He was captured and imprisoned. Those who took him believed he could help them find something. The apple. One of several artifacts we call pieces of Eden. Bits of ancient technology scattered across the globe. Some hidden, some found, all of them dangerous. Most are held by a single group, the same group that now had Desmond. You know them as Abstergo Industries. We know them as the Templars, as the enemy. We've been fighting them for thousands of years, even longer if you believe the stories of their origins. I do. After all, I've seen the truth. That's the beauty and the horror of the Animus. A device that allows us to enter and experience the lives of our ancestors. It holds the power to change everything, to show us history the way it really happened. Up until its creation, to the victor went the spoils, went the truth. We're trying to fix that, to free minds and bodies both. But there's only so much that we can do, and the Templars have the upper hand these days. But something larger than the Assassins and Templars is approaching, bigger than all of us. And if we can't find a way to stop it, these next few weeks will probably be our last. Everyone's last. In the end, it all comes down to him. To Desmond. Through the Animus, he discovered his heritage, explored the lives of his ancestors, and uncovered their secrets. When that was done, he trained. He used another ancestor to provide decades of experience in the span of a few days. It worked. We think. We hope. Soon, though, soon we'll know. That ominous date fast approaches, December 21st, 2012. None of us knows what it'll bring, only that this is where they want us to be, when it does. They've been guiding us in their own fractured, frustrating way. These voices from the first civilization, the ones who came before, a precursor race of immense power and uncertain motives. They're the ones who made the pieces of Eden. This is where they've led him, and through him, us. He stands at the entrance to this long-lost place, armed with the knowledge of Altair and the abilities of Ezio. He holds in his hands the apple of Eden, and we stand at his side, ready to support him however we can. His name is Desmond Miles, and he has brought us to the end.
Przepiękne emocje wzbudza Assassin, jak gracie w niego. Samo to, jak jeszcze jesteście prowadzeni od pierwszej, pamiętam, części Assassina, gdy to było wprowadzane na rynek i w ogóle wielkie wow. Każda część po kolei, rozbudowywanie, ulepszanie, no i sama historia, tak? Graficznie widzę, super jest zrobione, jest zdemonstrowane. Także mam nadzieję, że będziemy się bawić. Zapraszam. Pamiętam, że całej trzeciej... Dlaczego gramy w trzecią część? Bo jej nie przeszedłem. I pamiętam, że strasznie mi utkwiła w pamięci pod względem przyjemności dawanej z gry, tak? Strasznie mi się trzecia część podobała. Bycie tym Indianinem. Zresztą co dopowiadam. Zobaczycie sami. W trójkę pamiętam, grałem na Xboxie 360. Dawne lata. 2012 rok, 11, może nawet 10. Gdzie wcześniej to było? 9, 10. To już ładnych parę lat temu. 10 lat temu.
In another moment, down went Alice after it, never once considering how in the world she was to get out again.
Mamy rajskie jabłko, które żeśmy zdobyli we wszystkich częściach te Ezio kolekcjone. Też bardzo fajne, polecam każdemu. Co tak ciemno. Jaka jaskinka. Bez tego reskiego jabłka by kurde nic nie
I think we're
stworzyli.
here.
Aha, mamy widok orła, jakby co. Zapiski starożytnych prekursorów. Tak jak w realu. Skąd żeśmy się wzięli? Czy stworzył nas Bóg? Kto nazwał Boga Bogiem? Czyż to nie byli prekursorzy? Czyli założyciele naszej cywilizacji? Zwykli ludzie nazwali księgi, zwykli ludzie nazwali go Bogiem? Ich bogi a bogami? Wszystko jest super powiązane z tą grą i z naszą cywilizacją. Zobaczcie, jaka technologia starożytni mieli. Taką technologię.
The key. You must find the key.
Son? Sir.
No proszę bardzo, już go od razu przyniosło?
Here we go again.
Od razu go przyniosło chyba.
Desmond?
Do you hear us?
Yeah. What happened?
The temple triggered a bleeding effect. You collapsed and entered into a fugue state.
So naturally, you dropped me into the Animus instead of, I don't know, making sure I was okay?
You weren't in any danger. Besides, the temple appeared to be communicating with you, and I didn't want to risk severing the connection. At least not until we knew what it wanted.
Right. Of course.
Son,
No, it's fine. I get it. And I know what I'm looking for, by the way. It's a key. Just no idea where it is, though. I guess that's why she triggered the bleeding effect.
She?
Juno, Dad. She's talking to me.
Okay, Desmond. While you were, visiting Constantinople, we picked up a software update for the Animus. I'd like to run a couple of quick tests, make sure there aren't any major issues.
All right. What do you need me to do?
We'll start simple. Walk to the marker over there.
Zielona ikona oznacza cel lub możliwość interakcji. Okej.
Okay, Desmond. Let's practice climbing on these objects. through this little obstacle course. That's a constraint. These are optional objectives that raise your synchronization rate. All right, Desmond. Follow the on-screen instructions and kill the 2 Templars. All you have to do here is jump the gap.
Nie poszło mu. Znowu, kuźwa.
Synchronization levels look good now. We should be able to build the world. Time to find out what the temple wants from you.
No synchronizacja, zobacz postęp. Coś tu mamy. Kurs przypominający. 100%, ok. Zabójcze przedstawienie. No dobra, czyli pierwszy mamy 100%, wykonać zabójstwo w powietrzu. Powtórny, ok. Mamy tutaj pełno misji dodatkowe, wszystkie sekwencje. Także zaczynamy zabawę.
Sir? Sir? Everything all right, sir?
Yes, fine. I'm just preoccupied, that's all.
Don't forget your invitation. Master Birch will be meeting you inside.
Thank you.
Where shall I retrieve you once you're done?
Assassin stał się chyba jedną z
Be quick about
najbardziej
it. Don't expect to be here long.
popularnych
I'll bring her
serii
round at once.
przez te wszystkie lata. Ale to dobrze. Bardzo fajna gierka. Bardzo
Invitation, please. Shall I take your coat, sir?
Otrzymano nową wiadomość. Jakaś wiadomość. Sekwencja. Pierwsza cywilizacja doprowadziła Desmonda Mile'a i jego sojuszników do tego właśnie miejsca, aby zapobiec końcowi świata. Teraz muszą tylko wymyślić, w jaki sposób to zrobić. Wygląda na to, że klucz do tej zagadki znajduje się we wspomnianych przydoków Desmonda. Wczytaj punkt kontrolny, rejestruj wspomnienie, wyjdź ze wspomnienia, lub wyjdź, to nie. Wiadomość jakaś, tak? Dostęp do bazy danych. Wiadomość systemowa. Co to jest? Ostatnie wpisy, miejsca, ludzie. Ostatnie wpisy jakieś. Mogę się służyć, to mówił tu budynku. To jest garden, z którym jest przeciwko jakaś sławna chałupa. Fajnie wszystko jest wyjaśnione i w ogóle. Ezio Auditore. Ezio Auditore, deferenze. Był mistrzem asasynów w okresie włoskiego renesansu, czyli Assassin Ezio Collection, i z nim właśnie graliśmy. Jest również spadkobiercą tajemniczej zdolności zwanej wzrokiem orła oraz jednym z twórców swoich przodków. Ezio w swoich młodych latach był kimś w rodzaju playboya, ale w 1470 roku życia jego zmieniło się, gdy jego ojciec i bracia zostali aresztowani, straceni. Tak, czyli tu nam opowiada, potem uciekł matką, opowiada nam wcześniejsze historie, w które mogliśmy grać części. Altair, a tu jest gościu Altair Abin al-Hadar, czyli z pierwszej części. Też mamy o niego żywot opisany. Także to jest pierwsza część Assassina, tam to było Ezio Collection. No. Kto nie grał, zapraszam, niech się zagra albo obejrzy sobie filmik. Baza danych, synchronizacja, centrum szkolenia i opcje. Tutaj było sekwencja. Dobra, lecimy.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are requested to kindly find
Wiadomość
your
systemowa. Dostęp do bazy danych Anonymousa. Zaraz zobaczymy. Co tu jest? No to właśnie. Przyszło nam. Byliśmy tutaj, dobra. Znajdź miejsce, to główne. Nie zwracajmy na siebie uwagę. Pełno tutaj takich per pound. Bułkę przez bibułkę.
Good evening, sir. This way, please.
Okay. Excuse me.
My apologies.
Apologize.
Evening, Haytham.
Reginald?
I can't tell you how happy I was to hear they'd mounted this revival. Gay's best work by far. Have you seen it before?
Once. My father brought me here as a child. Though I remember little of it. I don't suppose tonight will afford me the luxury of a proper viewing either.
No, I'm afraid it won't. On to business then. Do you see him?
And the statesman, because he's so great, thinks his trade as honest as mine.
He's seated in one of the boxes above.
The stairs are watched. You'll need to find another way up.
So is mine. Like me too, he acts
I already have.
both against rogues and for them. For 'tis but fitting that we should protect and encourage cheats, since we live by 'em.
Sir, Black Mall had sent word of trial comes on in the afternoon, and she hopes you will order matters.
1,000 pardons.
Bring her on.
My apologies.
Very active and industrious. You may satisfy her that I'll soften the evidence.
Tom Gagg, sir, is found guilty.
Był londyńskim kupcem, synem innego londyńskiego kupca. Również nosi nazwę Bridge, wygląda na to, że jeden z problemów do zastosowania seks. Bridge wcześniej rozpoznał własną działalność, gdy miał 20 kilka lat, był właścicielem paru okrętów kupieckich. Bridge to również właściciel kilku warsztatów. Z tego co widzę, Bridge spotykał Hymana Canona podczas pracy i jego... To kiedy dobre.
This is death without reprieve. I may mention a book for Tom Gagg.
No i się wspinamy.
£40. Let Betty Sly know I'll save her from the transportation, so I can get more by her staying in.
Betty hath brought more goods into our locked year than any five of the gang. And in truth, it's a pity to lose so good a customer.
If none of the gang take her on, she may, in the common course of business, live at 12 months longer. I love to let women skate. A good sportsman always lets the end of his life, because the breed of the game depends on it. Besides, here the law allows us no reward. There's nothing to be got by the death of women, except our wives.
Without dispute, she is a fine woman, because to her I was obliged for my education, and to say a bold word. that seduces all mankind. Like her we first were taught the weaving arts. Her very eyes do cheat when those cheats find. She tricks us of our money with her heart. This woman that seduces all mankind. Like her we first were taught the weaving arts. Her very eyes do cheat when those cheats find. She tricks us of our money with her heart. And practice every fraud to bribe a child. Of love like law are won by pay. And you
I've got a bit of stage fright.
A little dodge courage will put a bloom in your cheek.
We roam for pride and practice every fraud to bribe a child. Streets of love like law.
Jeremy's really burning with the boards tonight. He's a marvel.
When a gentleman is long kept in suspense, penitence may break his spirit ever after. Besides, certainty gives a man a good air upon his trial, and makes him risk another without fear or scruple. But all the way, for 'tis a pleasure to be the messenger of comfort to friends in affliction.
But 'tis now.
Haytham. You should have come to me. We would have found another way. Yes. But then you would have known. For what it's worth, I'm sorry. As am I.
Stateside balcony! Hurry!
Come, please!
Over there! That's the one that murder!
That man there! Seize him! A man was killed in the upper balcony.
I've done no wrong. I swear
Search
it.
him. Any weapons? Did they find the killer?
No pushing, please! That's an opera!
Be careful.
Order! We must have order! Peace, friends. There is no danger.
Try to remember.
It happened right in that balcony.
What are those men doing in there?
I'm staying where it's safe. Order!
Move!
We must have
Move!
order!
Imbecile!
Imbecyl. Przepuśćcie mnie, ludzie. Spierdzielam z miejsca przestępstwa.
I need to get out. It's too close in here. I must get to
Ludzie, jaki szum.
And how was the opera?
Rather dull, truth be told.
Shall we be off then?
Aye. To Fleet and Bride.
By your command.
To co chciał, zdobył.
Gentlemen, I hold in my hand a key. And if this book is to be believed, it will open the doors of a storehouse built by those who came before.
Ah, yes. Those who ruled, reigned, and vanished from the world. Do we know what it is that will be held within?
It could contain certain knowledge. Perhaps a weapon, or something as yet unknown, unfathomable in its construction and purpose. It could be any of these things, or none of them.
Historia jest zajebista. Jeżeli ktoś się interesuje początkami świata i zamartwionymi
But of one thing I am certain. Whatever waits
frakcjami,
behind those doors shall prove a great boon to us all.
Or our enemies, should they find it first?
They won't. You've seen to that.
I assume you know where this storehouse is?
Ah, Mr. Harrison.
Gentlemen.
How fare your calculations?
I believe the site lies somewhere within this region.
That's a lot of ground to cover.
My apologies. Were that I could be more accurate.
That's all right. It suffices for a start. And that is why we've called you here, Master Kenway. We'd like for you to travel to America, locate the storehouse, and take possession of its contents.
I'm yours to command, although a job of this magnitude will require more than just myself.
Of course. Upon this paper are the names of 5 men sympathetic to our cause. Each is also uniquely suited to aid you in your endeavor. With them at your side, you will want for nothing.
Well, then I'd best be on my way.
I knew our faith in you was not misplaced. We've booked you passage to Boston. Your ship leaves at dawn. Go forth, Hatham, and bring honor to us all.
no początek. Nasz postępy, co tu jest? 100%, podróż do nowego świata, zabójcze przedstawienie 100%, dobra. Majtku! Na maszt!
Some fresh air might do me good.
Prostęp, co tutaj mamy dalej? Providencja był jednym z wielu żeglowców brytyjskiej marynarki handlowej, co oznacza, że był raczej statkiem transportowym niż okrętem wojennym. Zobaczysz, że jest wyposażony w armaty, ale służą one głównie do obrony przed piratami lub jednostkami korsarzy lub na wypadek przekształcenia statków w okręt korsarski, jeśli zajdzie taka konieczność. Statek został zbudowany w 1000 roku i odbył kilka rejsów pomiędzy Wielką Brytanią a północnoamerykańskimi koloniami od czasu do czasu, dodając także inne Indie Zachodnie. W wykazie ładunków próżno szukać czegoś szczególnie interesującego. Statek transportował głównie podstawowe towary, takie jak herbata, melisa i odzież. Kapitanem był właściciel jednostki, człowiek nazwiskiem Samuel Smythe, który cieszył się wśród marynarzy reputacją okrutnika i skąpca oszczędzającego na racjach żywnościowych. Tak między nami, takie postępowanie nie pomaga w zatrzymaniu na pokładzie dobrych żeglarzy. Załoga prawdopodobnie jest niedoświadczona i niezadowolona, a najlepiej mieć doświadczonych i okej. Przejść na główny pokład, no dobra. A tutaj co oni tu mają? Boston. No, ładnie wygląda ten remaster. Naprawdę, powiem wam szczerze, że cieszy oko. Co można w kości zagrać, tam można z kimś pogadać. Tutaj są 2 ikonki do rozmowy. O, tu ktoś jest.
Good morning, Doctor.
To you as well.
A question, if I may. Do you serve aboard the ship, or are you simply taking passage?
A bit of both, actually. I've been commissioned by the Royal Navy to study maritime illness. I'll be observing the crew during the journey. We have found that sailors fare far better on the open seas than the rest of us. I hope to discover why that is.
Well, I hope you are successful in your endeavors.
As do I. Thank you for the kind words.
Dobra, chodźmy na główny pokład. Później sobie tam pogadamy, z kim będziemy musieli pogadać. Tu zamknięte.
And then all will be well.
You sure about that?
Of course. Have I ever led you astray?
Nah. Though you don't sit right with the others.
Have faith, my friend. You'll see.
Well, well. Seems our esteemed guest has deigned to grace us with his presence. You might want to head back to your quarters. Top deck's no place for tender parnells.
So I thought.
And yet here you are.
Fancy yourself a joker, eh? Let's see how funny you find this.
No i
That's
zaczynamy
enough, Graves.
bitkę.
Stay out of this.
Listen to this, Hector. Thinks he can swagger on up here and declare himself king of the castle.
Please, fellas, call this off. If the captain
To
sees us...
hell with the captain. And to hell with you, Mills. Whose side you on, anyway?
Nie, Baniecki dobry.
We're ready to go again if you are.
This is unwise.
Why's that? You think I'm afraid of you?
No. But you should be.
No, dzień dobry. Walkman i hejo.
Do you yield?
Never! How do you like these odds?
Nie w domu. Nowe to kółko. Ej, jak to? W odpowiednim momencie mogę zbroić przeciwnika. Dobra.
What's the meaning of this? Captain, explain yourself at once, Mr. Kenway.
These thought we were simply passing the time with a bit of sport, Captain.
How about you pass the time by doing your goddamn jobs instead? I wasn't aware I was paying you to loll about. A word, please, Mr. Kenway.
Oh, I nearly forgot. There's your knife back.
I don't care for you, Mr. Kenway. I've had nothing but trouble since you came aboard.
Your problems have nothing to do with me.
I beg your pardon?
You're a poor leader, ill-tempered and cruel, and it's clear your crew has no respect for you.
Look, I don't want to argue. In fact, I need a favor.
Oh, this is rich.
I suspect some of the men intend to mutiny.
Really? What a surprise.
As I cannot trust any of them, I am compelled to turn to you.
And why should I help you?
Because if they do intend to betray, I'm the only hope you have of reaching America alive. Well, what will it be?
If what you say is true, what other choice do I have?
Thank you.
But let me be clear. Should you ever dare to insult or threaten me again, I'll not hesitate but to cut off your head myself. Are we understood? Excellent. Good day.
Fajnie się to ogląda, jak jakiś film starodawny.
Mr. Kenway.
Captain?
Whatever they're up to, I believe it's coming to a head.
I'd best get to work.
Czyli spisek.
He's cut our rations again. Claims we're not provisioned for such luxuries.
You're not having second thoughts, are you?
I know we missed the gun, but...
What?
You there! I have some questions for you.
That's nice, but I ain't got time to gossip. Probably wouldn't have anything useful to share anyway. You want information? Try the cook or the doctor. Everyone's always chatting them up. The shifty fella won't hardly take his hat off. Keeps his face in too. So we...
Won't be serving for another couple hours. Some biscuits in the barrel if you're desperate.
Actually, I've come with a question.
What's that?
Have any of the men been acting strange recently? Said anything that struck you as out of the ordinary?
The boys cry about the rations, as if there's anything I can do about it. But beyond that, I ain't heard much. My advice, go find James. His ears are always open.
And where might I find him?
Right behind you, actually. He's the one sitting on the barrel.
Are you James?
Aye.
Hatham Kenway. Pleased to meet you.
I know who you are.
I was hoping you could answer some questions.
I figured as much, but not here. Follow me. So, what do you want to know?
Have you seen or heard anything out of the ordinary since we left port? Anything that gives cause for concern?
Some of the men have been gathering at night on the upper deck. I've only caught bits of their conversations, so I couldn't say for certain what they're up to. But I suspect it bodes ill.
Is it a mutiny they're planning?
All I know is they've little love for the captain. Mills has been trying to talk him down, but there's only so much one man can do.
Thank you for the information.
I only wish to see us reach the colonies alive.
Evening, sir.
How are things?
calm and quiet. Just the way I like it. What brings you topside?
Thought I'd wander a bit. Stretch my legs. That's all.
Take care where you tread. The deck hides all manner of danger in the dark.
What was that? Someone's throwing cargo overboard. But why?
Ktoś wyrzuca zapasy.
He's a shifty fella. Won't hardly take his hat off. Keeps his face hidden too, so we can't see him.
Quiet! Here he comes. Make like you're working.
Nie, nie gramy. Wróć.
He's a shifty fella. Won't hardly take his hat off.
I ain't got nothing to say to you.
You're not having second thoughts, are you?
Oh, no. He's cut our rations again. Claims we're not provisioned for such luxuries.
It's not right that you should feast on lamb and wine. They're stuck with tinned fish and biscuits.
Curious. Most curious.
Any news?
Each night it's the same. I scout one area, and they drop the painted barrels from another. I'm going to need to recruit an extra pair of eyes. Maybe James or Mills.
Why are they doing this?
Near as I can tell, the barrels serve as markers. They're leaving a trail. My fear is it's only a matter of time before whoever's following it...
Ship sighted aft!
No właśnie.
She's making ready to
mowa.
fire!
Beat to quarters, men! Ready the... Brace! Everybody down!
O,
Our
wilku
warning
mowa.
shot! Seems they don't mean to sink us, but board us instead! Man the cannons! Make ready to fight! I want you below decks.
Why? Let me help you secure the ship.
Do you know how to rig a sail? To load a cannon? To wage war at sea? I didn't think so. Now return to your cabin, or do I need to have you escorted? Secure the hatch!
Haytham.
Have you been topside? A ship's appeared and means to board us. It's strange. There's no sign of mutiny aboard. Doesn't make sense.
Ah, but it does.
What do you mean?
Did you think you could escape from London so easily after what you did at the opera? That we wouldn't notice? That we wouldn't follow?
Ah. So that's what this is about.
Surrender, and I will see that you are treated with honor.
If you wish to
Rozgryźli go.
honor, give me a sword.
Rozgryźli go.
Are you sure this is how you want to play it?
Yes. En garde. Zajebista gierka. Zajebiona. Oh god.
I told you to stay below decks.
I did as you asked. Only Mills was there waiting for me. He's the one that drew that ship here. There was no mutiny, only him.
What do they want?
Me.
Then they can have you.
Is that so?
They'll catch us anyway. There's nothing to be done.
I can think of something.
You wish us to sail into the storm?
It's our only chance.
I won't do it.
Then I will.
All right, all right. We need those ropes secured! I told you this was madness.
Arm yourself. I'll fix your sail for you.
Nie napuścił.
We need more speed! Loose the sails! Hate them! You take the foremast! James! To the mainmast with you!
Masakra.
Hurry! I can't hold on much longer!
Spokój. Spanuj się.
Help! Please! Oh, thank you, thank you.
Bohater z tego Natana, nie? Bardziej tak zwany. Zaczyna się zatrważająco. przeżyli, jakby nie patrzeć. Jak na razie.
Make ready for our arrival, men!
Arrival? I see no land, only this interminable fog.
The gulls tell us all we need to know. Climb into the crow's nest and you'll see.
Widać, że żółciodzik, nie? Nie wie, że mewy przynoszą zwiastun lądu. Taki z niego Polak, a o takich rzeczach nie wie. Proszę bardzo. Jest ląd. I Ubisoft przedstawia Assassin's Creed 3 Pazura Tygrysza drzwi. Zapraszam. Podróż do nowego świata. Gdy stary świat się znudził, dołącz do Pazura. No i początek przepiękny mamy. Żebym powiedział epickiej przygody. Mamy zdobyte 10 punktów Ubisoftu. Odkryto odznakę. Mamy tych punktów w Ubisoft Clubie pełno, które można odblokować różne zabójstwa, różne rzeczy, bronie, ale to tym się zajmiemy później. Z tego względu, że zobaczymy najpierw, co mamy dostępne w grze.
Master Kenway! Master Kenway!
Yes, may I help you?
Charles Lee, sir. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. I've been asked to introduce you to the city, help you settle in. Oh, no need, sir. I've arranged for your bags to be delivered to the inn.
Are you by any chance John and Isabella's son?
One and the same.
Your commission is with Edward Braddock, is it not?
Aye. But he's yet to reach America, and I figured I might... Well, at least until he arrives, I thought...
Yes? Out with it.
Forgive me, sir. I had hoped that I might study under you. If I am to serve the Order, I can imagine no better mentor than yourself.
Kind of you to say, but I think you overestimate me.
Impossible, sir. This way.
Someone stop him!
Boston's quite a lively city.
There's all manner of things to see and do. Once you've settled in, I suggest you take some time to walk the streets. Who knows what opportunities you might discover.
Hold a moment. Need to fetch a few things before we get to work.
I'll arrange for horses while you do that.
Mamy mapę świata, proszę bardzo. Okej. Boston. Co są te czerwone punkciki? Zaraz zobaczymy. Mapa, legenda R1. Te czerwone punkciki, cel dodatkowy. O, wróg, snajper, pluton, kurier, czyli to wróg jakiś. Na to wychodzi. Aha, dobra. Ci na czerwono są wrogami. Tu też żołnierze, okej. Wroga sekcja żołnierzy. Pyk, pyk, pyk. I to, co lubimy najbardziej w Assassinach. Benjamin Franklin, proszę bardzo.
You seem troubled, friend.
That's because I am. Greatly so, in fact.
What's happened?
I was robbed. The old Balkan file. Though I've managed to restore what's mine, I fear it's ruined.
You mean the book?
This is no ordinary book. It's an almanac. The first I ever wrote. Benjamin Franklin, pleased to meet you.
Hatham Kenway.
You must be new to Boston. Why do you say that? You're still possessed of virtue. To stop and help an old lout like myself. I don't mean to impose, but you seem a spry fellow. Should you happen to find my missing pages, I'll reward you.
Look, I'm not sure if I...
It's all right, If you have the time, hurrah! If not, no harm done. The thing is useless in its current state anyway. But should you somehow manage to restore it, you'll find me inside that general store over there.
Czyli
Well, that was interesting.
były piórka, teraz są strony do znajdowania. Zbierz stronę 4 strony. Dobra, gdzie one są? Znajdź sklep. Gdzie są te strony? I pokazuje 30. Strony gdzieś tu będą, czy to jest statek? Dobra. Idziemy do sklepu. Co to jest poczta? Co z tą pocztą? Przeczytajmy. Listy z centralnego Bostonu. Aha. Dobra.
Ah, hello. Welcome.
Welcome, welcome. Kup. Co on tam ma? Broń standardowa. O proszę. To ostrze przydało się do szybkiej, to jest dobra. Kupić mogę. Zwykły miecz, ok. Jeszcze mieliśmy broń palną jakąś. Pistolet skałkowy, okej. A co mogę sprzedać? Na razie nic. Przytrzymaj do aby otworzyć menu broń. Pyk. R1. I teraz mamy, rzuć pieniądze. Czyli co tu jest? Rzuć pieniądze, świstawka na konie, pistolet skałkowy, zasięg, szybkostrzelność. Okej. Ukryte ostrze, zwykły miecz. Dobra, mamy tu wszystko. Czyli tak. Zwykły miecz, ostrze, mamy pistolet skałkowy. Broń. Ręka, ale jeszcze... Wiecie co jeszcze sobie weźmiemy? Weźmiemy sobie... Rzucić pieniądze. O! To będzie dobre. Teraz tylko pyk. Pyk. Przytrzymaj jeden, aby stworzyć menu broni. Użyj Ewa, by wybrać miecz w kategorii broni czystej, puść. Dobra. Miecz. No i wziął. Ciśnij w określonym kierunku, aby mieć broń, narzędzia. Dobra. Mamy to. Mamy to. Mamy pistolet, mamy miecz. Mamy to, mamy miecz. Dobra. Schowaj. Dobra.
Father Patrick asks all able-bodied men to give an hour of their labor this Saturday, as the schoolhouse is in need of much restoration.
We ride for the Green Dragon Tavern. The proprietors are eccentric, but the rooms are spacious and they do not pry.
Have you been told why it is I've come to Boston?
No, Master Birch said I should know only as much as you saw fit to share. He sent me a list of names and bade me ensure you could find them.
And have you had any luck with that?
Aye. William Johnson waits for us at the Green Dragon.
How well do you know him?
Not well, but he saw the order's mark and did not hesitate to come.
Prove yourself loyal to our cause. And you may yet know our plans as well.
I should like nothing more, sir.
Ooh.
You lying, cheating, no good son of a bitch.
Perhaps we've come at a bad time.
Oh, don't be foolish, dearies. Please, sit. Fancy something to eat? A drink, perhaps? Or is it a bed you require?
We've already let rooms here.
Oh, yes. Of course. Masters Lee and Kenway, was it? I'll have your bags brought up. Do you require anything further?
Only privacy.
This way. Sir, William Johnson.
A pleasure. A good lad, if a bit earnest. I'm told you're putting together an expedition.
We believe there's a precursor site in the region. I require your knowledge of the land and its people to find it.
Sadly, my research has been stolen. Without it, I'm of no use to you.
Then we'll find it. Do you have any leads?
My associate, Thomas Hickey, has been making the rounds. He's quite good at loosening tongues.
Well, tell me where I can find him. I'll see if I can't speed things up.
We've heard rumors of bandits operating from a compound southwest of here. You'll likely find him there.
Charles?
Sir.
We'd best be off.
Of course.
Thomas Hickey?
Who's asking?
Haytham Kenway.
Is that supposed to mean something?
Show some respect, boy.
Peace, Charles. William Johnson sent us in the hopes we might expedite your search.
Don't need no expediting. Don't need none of your fancy London speak neither. I found the men that done the theft.
Then why are you just lazing around?
Figuring out how to deal with those varlets.
I have an idea.
Well, let's hear it.
I'll kill the lookout.
take up a position behind the guards. You two approach from the front. When I open fire on the group, you charge in. I have the element of surprise on our side. Half will fall before they've even realized what's happened. Get into position, but wait for me to take the first shot.
Weź muszkiet. Ale jak go wziąć? A, tutaj muszkiet, dobra.
You two, clear off. You two, clear off.
Go on now, or you make us mad. Go on now, or you make us mad.
No, zabijaj. Kurwa mać. Dobra.
Fall back! Fall back! We'll be safe inside!
What now?
We can blow the door with those. Go on, shoot them. On with the show then. Guess they wasn't so safe inside after all. Bet this'll fetch a pretty penny.
Save your looting for after we found Johnson's research.
Yes, Master. Lay down your weapons, and I'll consider letting you live.
I make you the same offer. We've no quarrel. I only wish to return this chest to its rightful owner.
Nothing rightful about Mr. Johnson.
I won't ask again.
Agreed.
Your kind has no need for books and maps. Who put you up to this?
Never seen a person. It's always been dead drops and letters. But they always pay, so we do the jobs.
Well, those days are done. Tell your masters I said as much.
Who should I say you are?
You don't? They'll know.
Atham! This one's got some shot on him. You might want to be grabbing it on account of your pistol being parched.
A shame so many had to die.
Aye. Terrible tragedy. Back to the Green Dragon, then. I need a drink.
Don't let go of the chest, Charles. We'll take care of this rabble.
Them bodies is sure to have loot on them. Would be a shame to let it all go to waste.
Are you mad? In case you've forgotten, we're in the midst of something.
Aw, why's you always got to go and spoil the sport? Just a few fools with knives. They ain't so tough.
It's not the scoundrels I'm concerned with.
Kolejni.
Oi! Mr. Johnson's gonna need to double my pay after all this if he expects me to keep at his side.
There you are.
My thanks, Master Kenway. Now, tell me what it is you need.
The images on this amulet, are they familiar to you? Perhaps one of the tribes has shown you something similar.
It appears Kanyan Gahaga in origin.
Can you trace it to a specific location? I need to know where it came from.
With my research returned, perhaps. Let me see what I can do. Thomas!
What?
Rent yourself a room. And a bath as well. I suspect we'll be here for a while.
Okej. Co tu dalej mamy?
Evening, gentlemen.
Charming.
Oh, peace, Charles. He'll grow on you.
Oi! Catherine, you fussock! Get back here! Daddy needs a drink.
How fares the search?
Maths and maps are not cutting it.
What of your local contacts?
We'll need to earn their trust before they'll share what they know.
I have an idea on how we might be affecting that. There's a man who's taken to enslaving natives. Rescue them, and they'll owe us.
Do you know where they're being held?
Afraid not.
Benjamin Church will. He's a finder and a fixer. He's also on your list.
And there I was, wondering whom I might solicit next. Well done. Wonderful. Charles?
Sir?
Seems like we're not the only ones looking for Mr. Church.
Damn it, he could be anywhere. What do we do?
We find him. Come. I'll show you how.
For the very best in firearms.
Should we write his family, do you think?
Not our business to meddle, even if we've the best of intentions.
But if you could have seen it, they were surely drunk carrying on like that, and during the day, no less.
Boston Gazette humbly proposes.
Such scandalous behavior from one who aims to be a surgeon. Not likely if he keeps up such carousing.
Truly a shameful display. Benjamin's parents would be mortified.
Perhaps I should send someone to retrieve him before he damages his reputation beyond repair.
They stumbled off to the northeast, no doubt in search of a tavern or some other place of ill repute.
Start questioning those on the street. I'm headed for higher ground.
The Boston Gazette humbly proposes.
Osiągnięto wysoko położony punkt widokowy. Okej. Mapa się odkrywa.
Time to take a listen. With luck, one of those people knows what became of Benjamin.
I tak, mapa się odkryła. I co tu mamy? O matach. Aha, to są te strony, które możemy odnaleźć. Punkt widokowy kolejny do odkrycia, punkt widokowy kolejny. Tutaj też. Czyli punkty widokowe, ok. Ale żem teraz masakra.
Take a listen. With luck, one of those people knows what became of Benjamin.
I've asked the criers, but they all plead ignorance.
Bugger that! They're lying!
Aye. Well, what can I do? Threats light off them and I'll not deign to grovel.
Actions speak louder than words, my friend. Arrest one and put him in stocks. See if he's so glib then.
To do so without cause will set them singing songs about us. Last thing the city needs is town criers complaining about our abuse of authority.
And forget it. The crime is done. The killer's gone. Those who know won't share their secrets. If the city wishes to harbor scoundrels, let them pay the price for it.
So he says to church that one way or another, the debt would be settled. I don't envy the man. He's grim times ahead.
Well, what do you think they're planning?
All I know is it can't be good. Cutter was with him.
Probably looking for a nice, quiet place to do the deed. From what I hear tell, his work usually involves quite a bit of screaming.
Which reminds me, we'd best not buy any meat tomorrow.
Good call, that.
I asked if I could help, and they waved me away. Insisted it was all under control. How odd. Did they say what had happened? No. Only that it was a trifling matter, and he'd be returned home soon. There was some blood, though, so I wonder if it wasn't more serious than they let on. Where were they taking him? Towards the hilltop. Perhaps there's a doctor at the fort.
Okej. Na szczyt górze go zabrali.
See, Charles? We'll have church in no time, just as I said we would.
If I might ask, sir, where did you learn to do all this?
It is a requirement when you are raised in the manner that I was. Perception is fundamental to the Order. It guides the feet when running and climbing, informs the hands when striking and fighting. But most important, it transforms the senses, and we begin to know the world in a different way. Careful. The place is well guarded. You need to slip past them. Locked. I'll have to find the key. Wait here.
No, żem zrobił.
Here we are then.
Why must you always make these things so difficult, Benjamin? Merely provide me with recompense, and all shall be forgiven.
I'll not pay for protection I don't need.
Clearly, you do require protection. Else we wouldn't be here. How very gauche. Now, what shall we do about our guest?
Maybe I'll take his hands. Put an end to his surgery. Maybe I'll take his tongue. Put an end to his waggling. Or maybe I'll take his cock. Put an end to his fucking us.
So many options. I can't possibly decide. Take all three.
Now, hold a moment. Perhaps I was hasty in refusing you earlier.
I'm so very sorry, Benjamin. But that door has closed.
Be reasonable, Silas!
I rather think I was. But you took advantage of my generosity. I won't be made a fool a second time. I fear I lack the constitution to bear witness to such barbarism. Come find me when you're finished, Cutter.
You'll regret this, Silas, do you hear me? I'll have your head!
No. I rather think you won't.
Still a minute. I gotta decide where to start. Maybe you...
Kurde. Zabił go. Czyli muszę to zrobić na ram-pam-pam.
Just a quick little swipe and no more ears. How's that sound, Mr. Church?
At least I'll be spared more.
Oi! Over here, you bastards! Come on! Have at me!
Who are you?
Hatham Kenway, at your service.
I don't understand. Why are you here?
Walk with me, Mr. Church, and all will be explained.
No jebańcy. No to jebańcy. Później się wam zajmę.
Johnson's told me what you intend. As it happens, the man who held me is the same one that you seek. His name is Silas Thatcher.
That fancy lad is our slaver?
Don't let his velvet tongue deceive you. A crueler and more vicious creature I've never known.
What can you tell me of his operation?
He hosts at least 100 men, more than half of whom are redcoats.
All this for some slaves?
Hardly. The man's a commander in the King's troop, in charge of the Southgate Fort.
We need to find a way inside. Let me think on it. In the meantime, I'll attend to our final recruit.
John Pitcairn's our man. I'll take you to him.
State your business.
New recruit.
More kindling for the pyre, eh? Well, go on then.
No i dobra.
How'd you manage that?
Did you forget, sir? My
Tak,
commission is with
zakończymy
General
dzisiejszy
Grant.
odcinek,
When
a
I'm
ja
not
zapraszam
attending to you,
do
of course.
następnego.